Okay, so the purpose of this lesson is to learn how to take a complex picture like this one and break it down into smaller pieces. When we break a picture down into smaller pieces, it becomes much simpler. Let's be honest, we look at this picture, there's lots of stuff going on, but if I just break it in half, suddenly that's half of the stuff going on, and I break that down again, and that means there's only a quarter of the stuff going on. So I hope you can see that by doing this, by breaking it down into smaller pieces, we can make it much more simple to draw, and we can use this technique with literally any image that we want. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is take this upper left section and divide it into four quarters by making a crease there and there. I've already done it to mine so that we can move forward. And then we want to do that same idea for here. So here's what I did. I took my picture, I folded it in half, I lay that in the upper section of my paper, put a couple little marks there and there, and then I take my image and I fold it in half this way and put some marks here and here. Now, using a ruler, I can divide my paper, or no, I should say this section of the paper into four quarters. Okay, and then I'm going to draw just what I see in this section of my printed image on here. Okay, I think I'm going to just start with the easiest section, and that's this section here, because it's mostly just her hair. So her hair comes in from up here, and it stops pretty much here. It's sort of a curve to it. And then there's one more outer line here that we're going to actually get to that tucks under her hat. And then there's a vertical line right on the edge. I'm gonna just go ahead and take that, go straight all the way up to the top. So a diagonal line there, diagonal line there. And then I'm gonna make her ear. It's pretty close to the bottom. Kind of looks like a piece of corn or something. And there's a line in the middle of it. And I think she's wearing earrings. So we see a circle. See what's going on in this bottom section too. So, and then there'll be part of that will come down into here, but we're not going to worry about drawing that right now. Okay, so next we have this outer section for her ear, and then she has all these lines in her hair. You're welcome to draw those along with me, or you could hold off and wait and put them on with your color when you finally get to the color, which will be in a few weeks. I'll go ahead and draw some lines on here. I'm not over stressing on exactly where they need to be or what. Just curved lines. Okay, so then we got her hat. You see a triangle shape here. And then there's a second different shape above. yellow line happening there, black line in between. It's going to lead up into this shape happening up here. Kind of looks like an arrow. Wonder if that was his intention. Okay. So then we have this flower shape. I'm going to start in the middle of it and work my way out. So get this bold diamond shape in the middle. If you want to make that 2 lines, you can, but I'm going to keep it as 1. And then there's flower petals around it. Okay. That flower shape in there. Adjust the hat to fit the flower. We got the yellow line and the black line. And then she has bangs. So I'm just going to give myself a general where the bangs end for myself. And I know they curve. I'm going to make that just a little bolder there. Curving lines for her bangs. Sort of a break. And they keep going over into this section. I know that. Yep, sure enough. But I don't need to stress about it because I'm only focusing on this one section. More line in there. Okay, so now we got our one last section. That's our eye. So we got the eye is fairly good size oval. Another oval inside it. And there's sort of a funny looking shape inside there. And then she's wearing some pretty outlandish eyeshadow, let's be honest. Green and purple. Not sure if that's the look of that you would want to go with. Eyelashes. Purple up here. It's going to go down that way. Again, we know more of it's happening over in this side, but we're only focusing on this part of the paper for today. And then we have a tear that's going to run. It's going to continue down that way, but we're not going to worry about that. And we have her hand and the black section here. Another black section there, and then there's her hand. So this, you see this down here, that's her thumb, right? You see that. And this is her index finger. Fingernail. here. And that's all we see on here for now. We do want to erase the grid line. Put some of those lines back. Erased. All right. So if you would please post a picture of this in the Google Classroom. Please put it in the Google Classroom. Don't just send it to me as an email. I would like to see it in the Google Classroom. Thank you very much.